Samantha's kitchen. It's Sunday and we are going to have something really nice for our evening meal tonight, and it's my version of Swedish meatballs. And for this you will need a medium-sized onion chopped really finely. You'll need 200 grams of mushrooms. I'm just using tinned button mushrooms. And you will need half a courgette. These are typically not items you would put in Swedish meatballs, but this is my version and I want to pack it full of good nutritional veg. Then for the herbs and spices, you will need a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of white pepper. You will need half a teaspoon of parsley, half a teaspoon of tarragon, half a teaspoon of thyme. You will need a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons of garlic, and you will need 1.5 tablespoons of butter. We will also be adding to this a savoury vegan stock cube. This is a beef flavoured savoury vegan stock cube. If you don't have this, you can use a vegetable stock cube. And then we will need some black pepper, and to finish we will need some single soya Alpro cream. I do not have, and you should really have this for this dish, I do not have any soy sauce, but you will find that this will work perfectly well without it. So let's get cooking. And then for the meatballs, we are going to try these today. We're going to have 12 of these spiced amaze balls from Wicked Kitchen. I'm really looking forward to trying these. We've not tried them again, and I'm hoping that they'll actually stick together and not like the disaster massive fail that my Romanian meatball soup had, that actually turned into a stew. And there's 336 grams in this pack. If you don't have meatballs or you can't get them, pack more mushrooms in, have more of a mushroom base to the meal. So let's get cooking. Okay, so put your frying pan on a medium heat. Just before we continue, I completely forgot to mention that we will also be using a tablespoon of tomato puree. So I've put the frying pan on a medium heat, and we're just going to add the butter first, and we're going to let that butter melt, and then we will add the onions. Swedish dishes generally use a butter base. I'm using a vegan butter. If you don't have access to a vegan butter, you can use Flora, which is 100% plant-based. So allow this to melt in your pan, giving your pan a good even coverage, and then we will add our onions. So the onions will go in now, and we need to cook the onions low and slow until they become translucent. So we will come back once these onions are nice and translucent. Okay, we're now in a position to add our herbs and spices. We'll get the garlic in, Dijon mustard, and we'll give this a good stir, and then we'll add our other vegetables in to this. Okay, putting these vegetables now, putting the mushrooms and the courgettes. And we're going to add now our vegan savoury stock pot. Can we open the thing up? Like so. And we are going to add now half a cupful of cold water. So we've got half a cupful here. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this cook down, and we're going to let all this reduce. And then we'll come back once it's all reduced. Sorry, I forgot to mention that we need to add our black pepper. You're going to add the equivalent of a heaped teaspoonful. Like so. Then we'll give that a good stir around. This will make such a beautiful, rich base then. It'll be beautiful. Okay, so we have now sufficiently reduced the water enough and all those flavours have infused, and we're now going to add our meatballs, if I can get them out. Might be a bit tricky. Get the meatballs out, and we're going to cook these in the all the beautiful ingredients, so they're all infused with the flavours. It'll be beautiful. We're going to just brown these in the frying pan before we add our cream. If you're using proper cream, you will need to get it out of the fridge beforehand and have it increase temperature to room temperature. But the amazing thing about vegan cream is that it tastes identical, and it can go in whether it's cold, or it's a lot more easier to work with in terms of what proper cream it is and does. It doesn't separate. You can put it in a slow cooker and it'll cook for hours and it'll never separate, and it just tastes exactly the same. In fact, I would say it's better and it's fewer calories. So what we're going to do now, we're going to let these meatballs cook for about 10 minutes and then we will add our cream. I've got the cooker on low heat. We're just going to let them all infuse and then we will be ready to add our cream. Okay, it is now time to add our cream. The soya comes in a 251 gram carton, and we can just pour it in. As I say, it won't separate or anything like that. We're going to use the whole carton here, and then we're going to give it a real good stir, and we're just going to make sure everything is stirred really well, and we're just going to let this cook through for another couple of minutes. As I say, you can do anything with this cream. You can put it in a slow cooker, it'll last all day, but we don't need to do that. We're just going to heat it through because all our vegetables and meatballs now have been cooked thoroughly, and we're going to just get that nice and bubbling, and then we will be ready to serve. How beautiful does this look? It looks absolutely amazing. Oh, it smells amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. This will impress anybody, and it is so quick and simple to make. I think we should have a close-up of this. Oh, look at that. Rich, creamy. Oh, amazing. So I'm going to serve it with some beautiful cauliflower. Look at that. With some new potatoes. carrots. Look at this, it is delightful. And check out this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So rich. So creamy. Look at this. Swedish meatballs with vegetables. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button. And stay safe everyone. Bye.